under eye circles are every single person tends to use. So these are really great. Don't worry, this isn't expensive. I'm not telling you to buy this. These are from NYX. They're color correcting. They have like a bit of orange. They're a bit salmon-y color. These are great for most under eye circles. A lot of people, their under eye circle is blue. Usually bluish. It's not the case with you.
Oh, I was like, I'm shocked.
It's not the case with you. So there are different. See, that's the thing. It's like you can't use the same thing on everyone, and that's not what we're taught. The anatomy of the under eye circle is basically you have one vein that does this, goes down, and another vein that goes up. So sometimes you
like
won't,
a V.
sort of like a V. Yeah, exactly. So the inside there is no vein. It's just this like V, where you actually usually get the highest pigmentation of being like, oh, it's blue, or oh, it's purple, or red, or such. We'll get to that, like depending on the skin tone that you have. So when you want to color correct your under eye circle, you want to put the color only on the area that needs correcting. So oftentimes that little triangle that's inside the two veins doesn't need color correcting. It just needs like a little bit of coverage, like a little bit of foundation. But it doesn't need to be color corrected. Whereas usually when we see people using concealer, they just like...
Yes, I've noticed there's an excessive amount of concealer.
I don't know how
on.
they blend it out. I'm very, like, I admire them so much because I'm just like, I have no idea how you managed to blend
it go?
I don't know. What can also happen is one under eye, this is the case for me, this under eye is lighter than this one, so I struggle to correct this one a lot more than I do this one. Mm-hmm. So when I color correct, I need it to be stronger on the side that is more difficult.
Because
that's just
we don't have symmetrical faces.
We don't have symmetrical faces at all. So it's like you have to be, so makeup, the thing is that people forget is that you have to be very, very observant to be like, okay, this is the area, it's a bit blue, I want to use a sort of orangey tone for it. If you're pale like me, don't use orange, use salmon or coral, something like that.
I've been doing it all wrong. Glad I'm watching on.
Oh.
Hi, Sandy.
That's very touching. Sorry, Shasha, that we're not like doing this for nothing.
We're helping.
If you're really pale, using an orange concealer like this alone is not gonna work on you. It's gonna look very, very like bright because your vein is blue or purple or sometimes even green. It depends. And then you have the filter over top that is your skin. So your skin tone is going to change the color of your veins. It's going to change the color of your under eye circles. So the thing with Asian skins that I found is that their under eye circles tends to be more purple and almost sometimes reddish. So instead of using orange, it's much better to use yellow. Then again, I'm not saying that for everyone, but I'm just saying it's like when you look at your under eye circles, don't be like, okay, everyone uses this type of color, I'm just gonna use this. Like, be observant and be like, oh, okay, well, I feel like there's a bit of red, and on yours, like on this side, I feel like there's a bit of more red, and this side tends to be a bit more purple. It's just that means you can correct them in different ways if you really want like a perfect way to do it. For darker skins, so for people of color, so this is where the bright orange, or even I've even seen like concealers like at Makeup Forever that are almost like a reddish.
Okay.
Those are really great because for them they tend to be very deep. They tend like their under eye circles tend to be really, really, really deep, and they tend to be very blue. So it's just color theory, but always place it in the area. So for me, if I were to look at myself, the area I put concealer is only in this area. That's it. Like the area that's blue. I can start. That's the only place I color correct. If I then want to like lighten up the whole thing, then I can do that on top if I want to. But I only correct the area that is just colorful.
Cake says, bold of you to assume that Colorblind Clown was not what I was saying.
But yeah, I mean, people don't have to do it that way. It's just if you want to color correct like really, really well, you need to be observant of being like, what colors do I have? what are they on the color wheel? Knowing that your goal is to land in the center of that color wheel, which is skin tone. Okay.
I hope
So-
that helped you guys.
Let's start mixing the door. So you said you like to go a little bit lighter on your
Yeah, I
last
like
time.
to.
Yeah. So we're just gonna go a little bit lighter than I would usually go. Because I tend to be like really like. So the thing that bothers me a lot, and I've seen it like on ads, like I've seen it I think like on an ad for Lancome or something,
Mhm.
and they retouch it so that they no longer have any dark circles. Like they don't have any dark circles at all. Like
It's pure.
it's like flat. It's like
skin.
yeah, it's skin. And I'm like, do you seriously think that I'm gonna believe that Julia Roberts doesn't have like dark circles? Like,
Really follow me.
You really think I'm that dumb? Like, like she's a human being. She has under eye circles. Like it doesn't work that way. But they retouch it so that it doesn't like they retouch it so that it seems as if she doesn't have anything. And even worse than that, they flatten out the image. So for example, for me, again,
What?
what?
She doesn't.
Oh my god, my mind is blown. I mean, honestly, she's probably closer to not having them than us, you know, since they,
And they have
can,
a lot of skin expensive and stuff.
they
but-
can, like, get injections.
Julia
and, like,
Roberts isn't perfect.
isn't perfect. She's pretty close to being perfect, honestly. Let me get that. The other thing that I do really want to touch on when it comes to under eye circles is pouches. So there's like, when they say, oh, you have, like, a pouch, like a...
Ouch. Mhm.
Yeah. There's a difference between... How dare you badmouth Julia Roberts? Sorry. And basically, so... I said under eye circles and pouches. They're both very different. You can correct under eye circles because it's just color. Pouches, I have pouches, so you can see it when I smile. I have like this pouch right here because I have like my eyes are quite deep set. They're very big and they're deep set. So I can't correct that. Again, that's a volume. If I want to correct that, I need to go get injections basically.
You
I
need
can
filler.
Yeah, I need filler. I need filler for that. Just one flat, poreless skin stretch. Oh my god.
It's like a condom.
No, honestly, she's probably the closest to being perfect than most of us. So yeah, there's a difference. Like, I feel like a lot of people, get very frustrated because they're like, well, I can't correct my under eye circles, but what they mean is like, I can't correct my under eye pouches, and I just want to be like, it's okay, like, you can't. It's like, it's normal. That's the way that your...
Human.
Yeah, that's the way your face is, like, made. You can't correct volume, and that's totally fine. It's not a big deal.
I'm gonna make prosthetics that I wear every day.
just like silicone patches, like...
Straight on. Oh gosh, Agent.
Oh my god.
I can never look at Julia Roberts the same way
Oh no.
again.
Like a boo is just like, just pour the foundation in it.
Like, and it'll scoop it.
So again, this is the amount, oh god. This is the amount of concealer I have on the back of my hand. It's like pretty much flat. This is too much for under eye circles.
I could cake, and that would cover up all my under eye circles if I just wore Larry every day. Sandy says, I love that you guys are doing a masterclass. Talking about makeup makes you happy. Oh yeah, I'm really
Sandy.
pleased. I hope you're learning anything.
I feel like that's like the
something.
one thing that I could talk about for like hours on end.
I think you do.
Yeah. For you it'd be like Lara Croft. Like it's
Yeah.
for you it's not even like hours on end. It'd be like days on end. Like that's the only thing she'd be willing to do with like a 24-hour stream for. Is just talking about Lara.
You already do 24-hour streams. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I haven't gone to 24 hours yet. I feel like I wouldn't be able to.
You definitely could.
It'd be like really tiring. I mean, it's already tiring to do like 17 hours, so.
I'm tiring to do 17.
No, but the
Stream
thing
was 17 hours. I'm kind of tired.
You know, it took me like all week to get over the last weekend. Like,
So unhealthy.
it was like really unhealthy. It was like on Thursday. On Thursday, I was starting to be like, okay, I'm sort of feeling rested now.
Oh, go live. amazed. But I've learned a lot about skincare. You guys are amazing. Oh, thank you so much, Nightwish. Guys, thank you.
Okay, so what I've done with the concealer is I've mixed the concealer that we've used for the acne scars, the lightest one, because you said you prefer going a bit lighter because it does tend to wake you up a little bit. I tend to go for the same skin tone because I don't know why.
This is also
it's more like a
preference as
style
well,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like more like, oh, I prefer that, so I'm gonna do that.
Linda Holberg says that she finds under eye circles sexy.
See, I like them when you see like the beginning of them. You know, like a light shadow.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the same thing like with skin texture that I like. I kind of like when you see the beginning of them because it looks when you see the beginning of an under eye circle, your mind automatically goes, oh, she can't be wearing makeup. It's
Tricks.
Yeah, tricks. But that's what I do with retouching. Is like I retouch pictures and then I leave just the amount of like flaws so that you look at it and be like, oh, but there's a flaw there, so it can't be retouched.
There's no way.
There's no.
That's been photoshopped. I would never.
Manipulation.
Yes. So cheeky.
So also, some people tend to have like I have that too as well, like on the outside of the eye, a little bit of redness.
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's not red enough that a little bit of concealer will not like conceal. So I've mixed the light concealer and I've mixed it with a little bit of color corrector.
I can't believe how talented Elise is.
Oh, Sandy, thank you so much. Okay, and then on the other side. So we're gonna powder your face. I have a recommendation for, well, an idea more. For people who have dry skin, don't powder your face. I've started not powdering okay, I look really oily now with this light, but on every day I swear I don't look that, like, shiny.
I have a really intense light.
Like,
guys.
my god, your light is, like, so intense.
It's lit up the entire room and it's
Yeah.
just a ring light. You can see the fact that it's a ring light in my face because my face is this oily, okay?
But I do recommend trying not to powder for once. So the thing is,
Astro, thank you so much.
12 months!
Oh my goodness gracious.
1
Happy
year.
birthday. Thank you. By the way, guys, if you want an extra stream extra stream next week, we just need 10 more subs.
Oh my god, yes, you're so
It
close.
was so close.
I forgot. Yes, powdering. So I don't powder my face because my face is dry. I find that when I powder, it just, at one point, it starts like becoming a little bit patchy because of the dryness that I have. Does it crease? Yes, it does. Is that normal? Yes, it is. Even if you powder, at one point it's going to crease. If you have a crease, the makeup is going to go there. That's also something that I find like, I think I saw Jackie Aina talk about it, being like, guys, if there's a crease, it's going to crease. And no one has mentioned that. Like, she was the first one that I watched that I saw say that. And I was like, yeah, no one talks about that. Everyone's just like, oh yeah, I'm just going to bake it. And you feel like it's just going to stay flawless all day.
It's
But
gonna stay the way I've just done it.
yeah,
Isn't
exactly,
it?
exactly. But it's gonna crease anyway. And I noticed that when I don't powder, it is going to crease. However, all you have to do to touch it up throughout the day is just do that, and you're good to go. Like, you don't have to bring out a brush or more powder or reapply or anything. All you have to do is just pat the foundation in or pat the concealer in, and you're good to go. So for people with dry skin, I recommend trying that out because I've tried it out and now I don't powder anymore at all. But for oily skin, I do recommend like a bit of powder. So I think I might have to apply like a bit more powder than I would usually apply on you, simply because the ring light is just gonna make everything look extremely shiny.
Yes.
Like a lot.
Yes, my ring light's pretty powerful.
Can you look up? And can you close your eyes? Okay. Make sure to look straight. So that one needs a little bit, no, that one needs a bit more correcting. Actually, I feel like you have a little pouch on that one, and not on this one.
Yeah, they're different, aren't they?
Yeah. I'm not insulting you.
Unbelievable.
That's the thing that I have now from like being in makeup school is that I observe people's faces a lot. It's gotten to the point like when I'm out like on the subway, I just be like staring at people, and it's really bad.
You said that initially about my eyebrows, didn't you? You were like, I could draw them differently.
I could draw it. Yes. Oh my god, and your lipstick as well. Like I was watching you and be like, I would do it differently.
I wouldn't do it that way.
But it's not like oh you're doing it wrong. It's just that I look at it and be like, how would I do that? Or I observe like my face. The problem with my face is that I already have like I was already aware before makeup school like of quite a few of the things that were like wrong, not really wrong, but like asymmetrical about my face. And then I went to makeup school and I discovered new things and I was like, just okay, fine.
Sadie says she's a chronic brow judger.
She's a chronic brow judger. Yeah, that's yeah. So. We're gonna, yes, you know what, we're gonna powder first. I'm gonna do the contour with powder contour. So, did you buy a powder?
Fine.
Yeah, didn't you buy a powder that was yours? Might as well use yours because we know that it's the right color, right? So when it comes to powder, I've seen like banana powder. I know that's like very, very popular. It's good for darker. It's good for darker skins. It does have like a very like yeah, perfect.
Banana.
Oh no, the other one, the one that.
But did you not want to show banana?
Oh.
I have it because Nick sent it to me.
Yeah, I don't think it will show on camera though. Yeah, it's a bit like. No, you can't see it on camera, but it is a bit more yellow tone.
It's very yellow.
And on darker skins, it can like give you sort of like a healthy kind of glow.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't open it yet.
I don't know if I have a second one. I think I have two, and I've gotten confused.
Wasn't that the one we bought together, though?
Yeah, but I think I might have already had it, so I don't know what makeup I have.
Police run.
I do the same ever since I started to be interested in makeup. I always look at people and wonder how I would do their makeup.
Yeah, it gets kind of addicting, and then if you're not careful, like people will stare back at you and be like, what do you want from me?
And you're like, just your eyebrows.
Just your eyebrows. So, I'm going to take a little bit of powder. We're not going to bake because for every day people don't bake, and on fashion shows they definitely don't have the time to bake anyway.
When do people bake?
Drag.
Which is more extreme.
Drag. Theater. Actually, when you look at the
Thank you so much, Nightwish. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just because you two ladies are just also less than 3.
How do you?
You can do. Yeah, you can.
No, I'm just realizing. How do they work? How do they make that work?
I think it's this, but I'm really excessive with mine. I think it's this.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just looking at like, how do you do that? It doesn't make any sense. Like, how do they make this packaging?
Professionals don't bake. It's an Instagram thing. Baking
Yeah.
is weird.
It's an Instagram thing, so it's like an Instagram trend. But
I think sometimes not gonna lie. That's from Sandy as well.
no, but it's like it is an Instagram trend, and it comes from when you look at the history of baking. It comes from theater makeup that then was used in drag, and then got just popular when Kim Kardashian started using it, and everyone was like, "I'm going to do that every day now."
Everyone kind of does what Kim K does. She revealed her shade and highlight, and everyone copied it, even though that contour doesn't suit everybody else's face on the planet.
It doesn't, but like she made it popular, and I mean her makeup artist like extremely like for her face. I analyzed the way like he contoured her face, and I was like, that's really interesting the way he did it, because he definitely like wanted to get a certain face shape to become more prominent, like certain aspects of her face shape, and he managed to do it really, really well. But also I think like she has the skincare routine, the experts, like the skin experts. She has like everything that she could possibly need to have like perfect skin, where that like she could do that and it wouldn't look that weird maybe for every day.
Freaky says, what exactly is baking? Just using powder or?
So baking is using like a lot of powder, so you like take as much powder
Like
as
an excessive amount and just like leaving it under your eyes.
So you would like place it underneath your eye, and it's called baking because you leave it there for a while, and the heat of your skin will actually heat up the powder, and will like. That's why it's called baking, because your skin is baking the powder. That's basically.
I don't know. I just thought it was like extreme setting.
No, that's where it comes from. It's like the skin is baking the powder, so it's heating up and it's melting it into the skin, and then after.
It sounds horrific. I'm never doing this.
No, but it's like melting it like the same way like you'd heat up like you can heat up like a eye pencil, or you can heat up concealer, so that then when you apply it, it like melts into the skin. That's what it does. So it like heats up the powder so that it like melts into the skin, and then you wipe off the excess, and then you're like, and that's why like originally when you do baking, when you wipe it off, it looks like porcelain, because it's just like it just filled in everything, like it's flat, like it filled in
like
all your
filled
pores.
in any kind of tiny thing.
Yeah,
that you have any kind of tiny create. My face is an oven.
My face is an oven. But I mean, it's like it's a good technique for drag when you want to have like a very extreme highlight. And it's a good technique if you want to take like a picture, like an Instagram picture, because it makes your face look like one color.
And porcelain.
And porcelain, yeah. I find that like what is that called? The airbrushing does that too.
Airbrushing fills in.
Airbrushing makes your face look like porcelain.
Freaky's like, oh no, I freaked everyone out. It's okay, it's a good question.
No, it's a good question, because I find that now just people be like, yeah, baking, like I'm supposed to do that, because everyone's doing that.
Important to my daily routine.
Yeah, but you don't have to. Like I haven't put like a lot of powder on your face right now, and you can already see the shine going down like a little bit.
A lot. You can't see the exact shape of my ring light. No,
You can't see the exact shape of my ring light.
Pusick says, Kim K does it, guys. Just do it. That's what she says.
So I've been applying like a very little amount.
Slutcher just says, how long was your makeup schooling?
I stayed there for 10 months, so it was like 10 months, 6 months beauty, and then 4 months artistic. Okay, so we're gonna stop there for powdering.
Because we don't want to over mattify.
Talking about like before we move to contour, powder. So powder puffs. These used to be really, really popular. For some reason, they're not so much anymore. At most, like some people like to use it. They will put it on their 2 last fingers, and they will just rest their hand. It's like a way of resting their hand on the face without like moving the makeup underneath. That's a good tip. I don't really do that. Usually I will, so thing not to do if you're a professional makeup artist. Don't like rest your hand like this on the person's face, like smushing the face. Don't do that. That's not comfortable.
Your hands quite warm as well, so like if it was to heat
they're
up.
warm right now. Depending
Just
on the makeup artist.
her. Your hands are really sweaty. No, they're not sweaty. They're not at all. But like, I feel like it's a lot more noticeable.
Yeah. So the thing is, I'm not really lucky. Some people have naturally like really cool hands.
No, I've got like natural sweat hands.
Cool hands. People who have cool hands and they do they do your makeup, it is so nice. Yes. It feels like you know, like a massage. Like it just feels so nice. And I'm just like, oh no, I'm not lucky enough.
So you must have a hand, correct?
You must. Okay. So the thing is, sometimes, especially when you're gonna be doing like, for example, liner or the lips, you're gonna want to like block your arm in some kind of way. So at most, what I recommend doing is just resting your pinky finger.
That's almost a nail, isn't it, as well?
Almost, yeah. Almost. It's just barely. You don't want to start like putting your hand on the person's face. Not only because you're gonna wipe the makeup away, but also it's just really uncomfortable for the model, and they're not there to have their face like.
And they're there. You have to make them feel as comfortable as possible. Dusty says, does the 3-month rule apply to powder puffs? But I feel like you can put these in the washing machine.
No, yeah, you can, yeah.
Yeah, you can wash these.
Because
Dusty, thank you so much for gifting to Nimble. Thank you. I really appreciate that. We're really close to our 50.
Okay. Oh yeah, you have one as well.
Yeah, I have.
But
I
yours
don't
is
know.
is more for the like
This one's more for the resting.
For the resting, yeah.
On somebody's face if you were to professionally do it.
Because this one's really, like, big. I wouldn't use this one to rest.
No.
Like this. It's, like, too big.
Some of them, this one, for instance, ice bath hands. Just
Yeah.
before doing. Yep, got it.
No, like, the best makeup routine that I've ever had done on me was someone putting moisturizer with their hands, and their hands were cool.
Oh, nice.
I felt like it was so great.
So for the powder puff that I have and some of them
that's
that you
cool.
can buy, yeah, it's really cool. So Linda Holberg, she's made one where you take out the foam insert and then you put that straight in the washing machine. Once this has been washed, etc., then you just put the foam insert back in.
That's really cool.
So because this is only there to just keep the poofiness.
Yeah. No, these you can keep as long as you keep your brushes. So the thing is, you're not supposed to use foundation on these. You're using powder, and powder will wash out. Like, I just wash these same way. Water and soap.
Mm-hmm.
And then I leave them out to dry. Just lay them down, leave them out to dry. And it's perfect. You don't need to clean them any other way. And you can keep them for as long as you want. So,
Good investment.
yeah, good investment. So, the other way is actually using a powder puff to powder, which no one does anymore. Which I was very surprised, like... Hi! It's Chris!
Chris is a dude.
Chris is a dude. They're... Like, people don't use them anymore, and when I went to makeup school, I was like, why? I mean, yeah, why wouldn't I just use a brush? When it comes to cinema, this is like your best friend. So powder puff, the best way to use it is with loose powder, not pressed powder. You just take a lot of loose powder onto the powder puff and then dig it into your hand to push the powder as far as... I love how everyone's just like, alien.
My label.
Just green. Minus 20 minutes. Hungry now, Theo. I thought of you yesterday, Theo. I ate lasagna on stream. I was thinking about you.
Theo's lasagna paint was someone else.
It was like, yeah, another level.
I think about that every time I have lasagna.
So you would press the powder into your hand to push it into the powder puff, and then just press it onto the face. If at one point you realize that there is no more powder coming on the face, all you have to do is hit it, bring the powder that you've pushed to the back to the front, and you just keep going. That's like a technique that I just thought you just dip. And she was like, no, you just like rub it into your hand so that the powder like gets into the powder puff, and then you can just keep going, and as soon as you like tap onto it, it'll come back to the front and settle on the skin. The good thing about that, it's often used in movies because it doesn't, for some reason, I don't know why, but it doesn't look that cakey. It actually looks very skin-like. It looks like very like, yeah, a bit like porcelain, like very skin-like.